I just wanna live and dream, but nothing is as what it seems. And baby, it's making me crazy. I just wanna fight and scream. There's nothing left for me to say. Fear shot to defeat the day. I know that I can control it, so it doesn't have to be this way.
I'm really sick of living, stuck and trapped in the system. You're just a brick in the wall, and I got my back up against it. I represent the resistance, they want me back up in prison. But I'm the master of my path, and I won't slack on my mission. You're lacking the vision, so I'm just gonna cut to the chase. They hide the truth in plain view, right in front of your face. I used to think the world was normal, but that wasn't the case. We're just some goyim on a hamster wheel, running in place. Turn up the bass, I grab the microphone and all I do is rock it. This little light of mine, I let it shine and you can't stop it. But there's nothing these corporations just won't do for profit. This fake ass world that we live in is sick, it's truly toxic. If you don't see it that way, okay, then keep talking. Don't bump into that wall while you're sleepwalking. The alarm is going off, I hear it beep often. I'm at the double doors of truth, I'm gonna keep knocking.
I just want to live and dream, but nothing is as what it seems. And baby, it's making me crazy. I just want to fight and scream. There's nothing left for me to say. Fear shot to defeat the day. I know that I can control it, so it doesn't have to be this way.
I refuse to just go quietly into the night. There's forces of darkness at work and they're restricting the light. I'm so fed up with the lies they tell us this isn't right. It's ODD TV, you best believe I'll get up and fight. This is my plight, I'll never let you cowards get the best of me. Took the red pill, now it's time to fulfill my destiny. Living like I'm Neo, dipping from my P.O. Tripping on me cause I am the one and he's a zero. Hot like a jalapeno, bringing heat that you just can't avoid. I call out bullshit and lies, they call me paranoid. People are just foolish, full of hate, they get angry. Point out the truth about reality, they label you crazy. Just a glitch in the system, you're a critical thinker. And no, they don't want that. Fuck them, give them the finger. I do it every single day with each and everything I say. I'm not living like a victim, it doesn't have to be this way.
I just wanna live and dream, but nothing is as what it seems. And baby, it's making me crazy. I just wanna fight and scream. There's nothing left for me to say. Fear shot to defeat the day. I know that I can control it, so it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be this way. Doesn't have to be this way.
All right, what is going on, everyone? Steve JMO. You're live. It is almost 7:30. It is the 30th of November, 2019. And what we are going to talk about today, I hope is not new news to anyone. I hope this is all old news. The 5G grid, the 5G beast system, the fall of mankind, which will happen after the 5G system is put in place. And it will always resort to the first sin shall be the last sin. And that's how these people work. As above, so below. It's all duality, and it's all in your faces. And what is going on? PG 2424, Queen of Swords. What is going on? PG, I am from Springfield, Massachusetts, not too far from Bryan. About 2 hours away, or an hour and a half actually, but yeah, Springfield, Mass, where I've been my whole life. And Springfield has a really bad rep I'm not like a gangbanger. I'm not one of those people. So let's yeah, it is what it is. I am a little odd. I am a little strange, but hey, if we're all on this channel, we all are a little odd. But what's really, really odd is the 5G system. It's very odd that you need to have cell towers everywhere. About every, I don't even know. It's almost less than every half mile. It's ridiculous. 5G towers are up everywhere, and that leads many a question. A big question that is rather ignored is, why do we need all of these 5G cell towers if there's satellites in space? That's something that everyone's going to have to ask themselves, that if they're not on board with the idea that space is a hoax, space is not real. NASA is lies. NASA is a lie machine that was formed upon the scientific remnants of the Nazi regime. NASA, NASA, Nazi, NAZI. It's all duality, people. NASA, AA. Exactly. Exactly. So we have a long video to get into. So let's open the screen share real quick. Add to the stream. We'll go full screen. Excuse me. And yeah, this here. Are we actually sharing everything? I believe we are. So this here, ladies and gentlemen, is the FCC's official website. This is in 2016, the future wireless vision, yeah, U.S. leadership in a 5G world. So the FCC chairman at the time, he has since stepped down. And let's hear what Tom Wheeler has to say about 5G technologies and other things. So I'm going to end the screen share like that. I'm actually going to do it a different way. So please hold for approximately 1 second. Yeah, perfect. So I did skip a couple of minutes in. The first about 5 minutes or so, he's just, introducing who he is, saying he's really, really happy to be at the National Press Club, which, is great. Great. Let me get to the press club. Bunch of ass people, literally a bunch of ass. So, and right away he starts talking about his sister, which is rather interesting. And let's hear what he has to say about his sister and what she's doing, and how it's affecting the school system. And what he was just basically saying is that his sister helped bring the internet into all the schools around the United States and, and perhaps around the world. Who knows how deep the FCC actually goes. But so everyone's very proud. Everyone's very happy that the entire schooling system is what it has been connected with the internet, which is awesome. It's great to subject kids to all these media outlets, the Press National Club, whatever that is, CNN, NBC, Fox, all that. And it's just further helping the indoctrination of the youth. If they are just, going on all so I remember when I was in school, they had, we have laptops, all that other stuff, and we could only go on websites that they allowed us to go on. And if that doesn't sound like, obviously that's predictive programming, that is, that's them showing us exactly the only thing they want us to see. They want us to only, see that, remember that, project that. That's the idea of the school system. And now, thanks to his lovely sister, it is the schools are, hooked up to the internet, which, is just awesome. Like, whatever happened to school with just books, with a teacher? Now you have online students, online schools through the interweb. And let's listen to what this guy has to say about virtual reality next. Very interesting.
I was at the helm.
Huh, you're right. This isn't playing any audio. That's rather strange. Wonder why that's happening. Let me try this a different way. Sorry about that, guys. That's a bunch of bullshit. Now I look like just a big asshole. Yeah, share audio. There you go, Steve. I don't know why that isn't already clicked. That's ridiculous. Let's give it a shot now. Sorry, guys. Oh, no, it just crashed on me. Fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Yeah, I see it's not responding. Oh, come on, man. Why is there two of me? That's rather strange. Let's remove that. All right. Can we hear me? Are we good? I just want to know that we can hear. Are we good? Just need someone to throw a thumbs up real quick saying they can hear. Here, perfect. All right. All right. Sorry about that. We're having technical difficulties here tonight, apparently. All right. Let's get my beautiful face off of here. Oh my God. Making this so goddamn difficult. All I want to do is just share the Chrome tab window. All right.
5G is going to become.
Nice. Not even close to where I left off.
Control sensitivity. You know, a few months ago, I found myself in a
All right, this is right where I want you guys to leave off, or I left off. He's going to talk about virtual reality, and yeah, basically, since the first part of the audio wasn't there, he was just talking about how his sister implemented all internet technologies into schooling systems, which is, you know, awesome if you're them, not us. But I'm going to hit play. Someone please let me know this is playing audio.
in a situation that I never would have imagined when I became FCC chairman. I was in Dallas, Texas. I was at the helm of an excavator, a big piece of heavy machinery digging up dirt. And for those of you who want to picture that scene in your mind, yes, I was wearing a suit. I was also wearing a pair.
Awesome. Awesome. What did I just do? Right when he says the best part, it just completely just drops out. What is going on right now, people? They're just like fucking with this so bad. Yeah, share the goddamn screen. Share the audio. What is going on today? What is this, dude?
Save 20% on select brand new 2019 Ford models during the month.
That's awesome.
Become.
All right.
Run the other way. You know, a few months ago, I found myself in a situation that I never would have imagined when I became FCC chairman. I was in Dallas, Texas. I was at the helm of an excavator, a big piece of heavy machinery digging up dirt. And for those of you who want to picture that scene in your mind, yes, I was wearing a suit. I was also wearing a pair of virtual reality goggles, and I hadn't left the FCC. And while I may
How crazy is that? So, right there, just telling you that 5G and virtual reality are going to be hand in hand, which also means that 5G and artificial reality, artificial intelligence, quantum level, it will all be connected through 5G. And this 5G, why it's called the B system? Well, once all of our phones, our laptops, our smart TVs, our smart fridges, our smart microwaves, smart toasters, our cars, our Bluetooths, everything, once everything is hooked up to the 5G grid, Lucifer will use it to be omnipresent because we know he is not omnipresent. You cannot be in more than one place at one time. As is said in the Bible, as only God can be in one place at one time. So he's going to need to do this because what do? What do these demon inspired people do? They mimic God, they mimic creation. And what better way to do it than with the 5G system? It's the only way to do it. This is old technology presented in the present day. So let's see what else this awesome guy has to say.
have been in Washington physically, I can tell you, I was at the excavation site in Dallas, 1,400 miles.
And you see how excited he is? You see how hard he's pushing on this agenda? It's absolutely disgusting. Anyone who wants to upload their consciousness to a virtual reality, there's going to be prices to pay for that.
Away. I sat in the mock-up of the excavator and I had complete control sensitivity to the equipment 1,400 miles away. Now, granted, Digging up dirt in Dallas probably isn't high on the list of transformational advancements that will define the 21st. Not a blink later. The technical folks call this latency. It currently averages about 10 milliseconds, or 1/100th of a second. Now that may sound pretty fast to you and me, but it's a snail's pace in computing. Latency needs to be less than 1 millisecond, less than 1/1000th of a second to provide for real-time interactions. And the third limiting factor is spectrum capacity. Because if you're going to have that kind of high speed and low latency, you have to have the ability for digital information to race down broad chunks of spectrum, multiples of what we know today. So to overcome these challenges and to seize the opportunity before us, we need the next generation of wireless connectivity, a fifth generation, or 5G. And if the United States is going to continue to be a world leader in wireless, we need to speed the deployment of 5G here on our shores.
You see how he's like making this like a military thing, how 5G is gonna invade the shores, how the US needs it to be wirelessly in power. I don't know, man. This is all just ridiculous shit. Let's keep listening to this fucking news.
The virtual reality example that I gave is but one sample of the effects of high-speed, low-latency connectivity.
And yeah, it is one of many examples, because sooner or later they're gonna have smart contacts, they're gonna have smart glasses, they're gonna have smart this, smart that, 5G this, 5G that, and he doesn't ever. We'll get through the whole thing eventually. He never once does mention the 5G radiation effects on humans and all living things. So let's just get a little fast forward and see where we are now.
Both talk and text. But no one understood the power of text, from shifting the way an entire group, teenagers, would communicate, to developing to a developing world tool for banking the unbanked. Innovators seized on the new capability of texting in unimaginable ways. The third generation, 3G, married wireless and digital networks to open the door to connecting with the other new technological development of the time, the internet, in a limited way. And today's technology, 4G, completed that digital migration, enabling higher speeds for sophisticated applications, including video. Again, greater capability in the network led to unanticipated innovation. Without 4G, there would not have been Waze or Uber or Snapchat or Instagram, or the list keeps.
And if you can't live without any single one of those, you're the saddest human being on the planet. 5G, 4G, it's anything to keep you on your phone. And with the 5G, you can the 5G is literally going to be like taking the Ethernet cable and plugging it into your computer and getting that direct connection to the Ethernet, or to the ether, whatever. 5G is going to be like that, but wireless. You know what I'm saying? You know how much power that is? You know why it's in a wire? Exactly. It's a lot of power. It's a lot of radiation contained within the wires, and now it's just going to be free floating. Anyone can connect to it. You're going to have to connect to it. It's going to be like walking through a airport scanner. It's going to be like being and an X-ray for the rest of your life. No one's handing out lead jackets, lead hoodies, lead blankets to sleep with. No, they're just letting this happen, and this guy gets right into it. He don't give a fuck.
Going on. But I've listed some examples earlier, a moment ago, about what 5G makes possible. But if anyone tells you that they know the details of what 5G is going to become, run the other way. Because it is the capacity to use this new capability that will determine what our future looks like. Yes, 5G will connect the Internet of Everything. If something can be connected, it will be connected in the 5G world. But with the predictions of hundreds of billions of microchips connected in products from pill bottles to plant waterers.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? There will be microchips in all devices, including, what the fuck did he say? Plant seed and water pots? Let's go back a second.
The capacity to use this new capability that will determine what our future looks like. Yes, 5G will connect the Internet of Everything. If something can be connected, it will be connected in the 5G world.
Exactly.
But with the predictions of hundreds of billions of microchips.
Hundreds of billions. See, I got an issue with that. That's another one of those NASA numbers. So who even knows what the real number is on all this? And look at this guy's face. He is determined. He is motivated. He thinks he is 100% right. And that's what they do. They brainwash these folk. They brainwash us. And if you're going to go on stage as a chairman of the FCC and tell us 5G is good for us, you're a fucking piece of shit scumbag.
Connected in products from pill bottles.
Products from pill bottles
to plant water.
The plant waters. That's everything. That's across the board, people. You're gonna be drinking a can of Coke, and there's gonna be microchips in that. You're gonna get a box of Kleenex. There's gonna be a microchip in that. You could possibly go buy a Bible in 2020 when the 5G grid is 100% up. I'm not saying this is good. I'm not saying this is gonna happen. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying that if it's going to be in everything, they might even start chipping Bibles. But those could be, outlawed sooner or later. Speculation on my part is what it is. See what this loser has to say now.
You can be sure of only one thing.
What's that?
The biggest Internet of Things application has yet to be imagined. Yes, 5G will connect the unconnected and compete with the uncompetitive. Millions of Americans can't access high-speed connectivity because it's too costly to run the fiber to the home. Verizon CEO Lowell McAdam has begun speaking lately about using 5G connectivity to expand high-speed broadband service to rural areas. And fiber-fast wireless connectivity will deliver the long-sought goal of competitive high-speed internet access.
What is the point of all that? Who wants to have the quickest access? I'm just on 2-3 bars of Wi-Fi right now. I don't feel like I did just lag out, but it is what it is. And why does that keep happening? Cold Steel. That's strange. I had 20, 30 people in the chat last night. I feel like this one didn't go out either. Maybe it's because I'm making the links on StreamYard. Maybe I gotta make these links somewhere else. But Cold Steel, we gotta link up. I gotta get your number, your email, or something so we can be on a basis. Because I don't know, you're a cool dude, day oneer. Everyone else in here, you're all great too. We're all great. Boyinch, what's going on, bro? NH guy, what's up? Let me do a what's up to the chat real quick. I don't know how to say your name, bro, but what is up? Dyslexia. F.E. Maroney, what is going on? That better not be my coach from high school. It'd be funny if it was. OVC already said, what's up, bro? I think you already checked out. Is what it is. Queen of Swords 444. What is going on? Captain Rankin. What's up, bro? Who else is that? Sitting Bull. I know we got sound now, bro. We got sound now. I'm just, trying to figure all this out. But yeah, that's everyone. And Cold Steel, Scuba 2114 at gmail.com. So yeah, read chats faster with 5G. Right. Like, how fucking stupid does that even sound? Like, oh, I gotta read that person's chat. Like, it's so ridiculous, dude. Like, who wants to be connected to Facebook that much quicker? Who wants to connect to, like, I don't give a fuck about any of that stuff, and neither should any of you, man. Like, if we're all just like in it for what like we think we are, then all that stuff just just goes to sorry, I was just reading the chat. You got me fucked up. Sorry, maybe I said it wrong, but yeah, it's just ridiculous. Like it does. So we all are going to be presented with the point of dropping all, social media, all, outlets like that, Facebook, Twitter, all that crap. And, I've already started to get off most of them. I haven't logged in Twitter and I don't even know how long. I don't even post on Instagram anymore. I go on just to connect with one or two other people. Snapchat, just like 2 or 3 people I contact with, but I work with them. It's just 24 stupid is what it is, but I'm not like addicted to any of this shit, and neither should any of you guys. It's just a cell phone. If you really want to talk to someone, get their number, call them, or go to their house, have a chat with them. It's not that big of a deal. But let's go back to Tom Wheeler. Look how fucking pissed this guy looks. He like, this needs to happen. He's like pushing this shit like it's gonna push him. So let's go.
For consumers. But let's stop the imagining for a moment.
Yeah, let's see how that works.
Here's the key.
This guy's got the key, guys. Let's listen. This guy's a fucking loser.
The interconnected world that we live in today is the result of decisions made a decade ago.
Great.
The interconnected world of the future.
Hold on. What is he talking about? What decisions? There was no decisions. There wasn't any, even though voting doesn't matter. There was no ballot about any of this shit. There was nothing, dude. Who decided on this? You and your 6, 7, 8, 9 cronies, whatever. Like, get out of here. Nothing was decided. This is all preset. This could have went off at any time in the past, but the public technology was not caught up to the point of 5G, so therefore they couldn't deploy it. Now it is. Here we are, and this is Tom Wheeler, 2016.
Will be the result of decisions we must make today. And that is why 5G is a national priority, and why this Thursday I am circulating to my colleagues proposed new rules that will identify and open up vast amounts of spectrum for 5G applications. We call it the Spectrum Frontiers proceeding, and we will vote on it on July 14th. Our 5G proposal, excuse me, is the final piece in the spectrum trifecta of low band, mid band, and high band airwaves that will open up unprecedented amounts of spectrum.
Excuse me. Of course it's the trifecta, because it has to mock the Trinity, but I digress.
Speed the rollout of next generation wireless networks and redefine network connectivity for years to come. I'm confident that the actions will lead to a cornucopia of unanticipated, innovative uses and will generate tens of billions of dollars in economic activity.
For who? Who is this going to generate tens of billions of dollars for? Not for me, man. Not for any of you. If anything, it's costing us tens of billions of dollars to put up these 5G death towers, the cell towers, the towers that once they're turned on, like fully function, birds have died underneath them, bees have died underneath them. That means humans will die underneath them, but I digress.
But let's revisit that spectrum strategy for a moment. Rule number one is that the technology should drive the policy rather than the policy drive the technology. And technology.
What is he even saying there? The technology should drive the policy rather than the policy driving the technology. So you're just going to make this technology and create policies on it as it goes? Like, no, you're supposed to have a structure for whatever technology is about to be released. You're supposed to, know its limits, know what you can and can't do with it, and limit its uses to, whatever it may be. No, this guy is saying, let's just open it up, open Pandora's box, see what happens, and we'll call shots as it goes.
Technology for 5G is not one thing, it is many things. The marriage of Moore's law and wireless connectivity involves smart antenna systems, new, more efficient transmission formats, low energy systems, network virtualization, and much more. And on the spectrum side, these technologies require new access to spectrum in multiple bands. The wireless future will not be a one-size-fits-all future. So our spectrum trifecta begins with low-band spectrum that is optimal for wide area coverage applications.
Nice.
This very moment,
we're
in the midst of the world's first incentive auction to make greenfield low-band spectrum available. The broadcasters have stepped up to bring spectrum to the market. Shortly, the wireless industry will have the opportunity to fulfill their repeated requests for more spectrum with this beachfront spectrum.
This beachfront spectrum, I'm telling y'all, this guy is just talking about like war here. He's talking about deploying 5G as a weapon here. And look at him, like he looks like he's like giving a war proclamation or something. This is just bucked up. Let's fast forward a couple more. He's getting all pissed off here. Let's see what he's talking about.
Offer huge swaths of spectrum for super fast data rates with low latency, and are now becoming unlocked because of technological advances in computing and antennas. If the commission approves my proposal next month, the United States will be the first country in the world to open up high-band spectrum for 5G networks and applications. And that's damn important.
Important to who, bro? Like, we were all good before using the Ethernet cord. We were all good using the LACU Wi-Fi. It's the bum motherfuckers that need this stuff. It's the people who you already have addicted to Facebook, addicted to Instagram, addicted to Xbox, addicted to Nintendo, addicted to CNN, laptops, all this shit. And I'm not gonna say I'm not no exception, but I'm on a laptop doing this right now. Oh, excuse me, but I don't feel like in any way I'm addicted to a laptop. If anything, like I'm addicted to keeping myself up to date, and the only way I can really do that is with the phone or the laptop. that's about it, man. Like I need to like just, you know, what's happening now with what's happening before, and that's what makes me go live. It's everything that is happening, everything that has happened, you know. It's stuff that I deem is very important. Like yesterday I did a stream called the most important video you could watch or something like that, and you know, I thought it really, I still think it really, I'm not changing my thought on it. Like solar simulators are probably the most important thing you could ever learn, because that just proves that your entire life has been a lie, because the patents went back to 1904, and I'd love to see what the patents on the 5G grid go back to, because this, if this isn't the most important, this is this is the second. They're all everything I talk about I feel is the most important stuff for us to know, because it's just big, dude. This is in your face. This is happening. This is reality. And this is apparently damn important that the United States has 5G. It's damn important that we can connect on a millisecond basis. You know what that is? That's like the days of Babylon, the days of Noah, the days of the fallen angels, the Nephilim. It's exactly what it is. Well, let's see what else this awesome guy has to say.
because it means that U.S. companies will be the first out of the gate. We will be repeating the formula that made the United States the world leader in 4G. It's a simple formula. Lead the world in spectrum availability, encourage and protect innovation driving competition, and stay out of the way of technological development. Unlike some countries, we do not believe.
What does that mean? Stay out of the way of technological development. So whether it's good for us or whether it's bad for us, stay out of the way. We got it. Don't worry. We know what we're doing. We're the FCC. We're the United States military. We're this, that, and the other thing. Like, give me a break, bro. This guy either looks scared as shit or just like, I don't know. I don't know, man.
That we should spend the next couple of years studying what 5G should be, or
Yeah, exactly. You should have been studying this stuff from the first time it was brought to paper, the first time it was brought to men in power. This shit should not be going on. If you did any research onto the 5G technology, which is already laid out, which all they have to do is switch on now, it's radiation, it's cancer, it's poison, it's fucking death. But hey, whatever, man, whatever.
how it should operate and how to allocate spectrum based on those assumptions. Like the examples I gave earlier, the future has a way of inventing itself. Turning innovators loose is far preferable to expecting committees and regulators to define the future.
Oh man, this guy is literally telling us you're gonna let chaotic, demonic, inspired people just open Pandora's box, rule the world, and you're gonna call it a day. This guy's a fucking piece of work, dude.
We won't wait for the standards to be the first to be first developed in the sometimes arduous standard setting process or in government-led activity. Instead, we will make ample spectrum available and then rely on a private sector-led process for producing technical standards best suited for those frequencies and use cases. Leadership in networks leads.
And it's funny, he says frequencies, because what have I been talking about past couple days, past couple weeks, past couple months? They're disrupting us on a frequency level. They're disrupting our frequency to ourself, to our soul, to the angels, to our peers, most importantly to God. But you know, I'm just a-hole, another a-hole with a laptop. You know, it is what it is.
To leadership in uses, which quickly moves across borders. So a result of this national leadership is the creation of a home field advantage,
Nice.
similar to what we knew in 4G. But the main value of 5G will not be found in work share or intellectual property. The main value of 5G by orders of magnitude will be in consumption rather than production. It will be in material gains and improvements in the quality of life and economic opportunity. And I would also emphasize that the development of 5G is not anything like an international zero-sum game. Rather, it's a contest in which everyone can win. Our success and that of others redounds to the benefit, literally, of everyone in the world.
So what he's kind of saying is like, well, he's saying one of two things. Either A, when you tap into the 5G, when you use the 5G, when you're in that virtual spectrum reality realm, whatever the fuck he's talking about, either A, you're going to get paid for doing that, and your social credits will go up because the social credit system is on the way. It's already up in China, but, you know, no one talks about that. And the other way it could go is they're just going to use this server as, you know, they're going to make you pay for it or something, and they're just going to profit double. But, you know, I don't know. I'm just speculating, just a 24-year-old loser, but it is what it is.
We're already seeing the industry gearing up to seize this opportunity. I have seen 5G hardware and firmware. The technology is here. It is also important, however, to recognize that 5G technology will be a constant evolution. It would be a mistake to think that 5G can be frozen in a snapshot. It's more like a video with many new scenes, all building on each other. The systems and standards for 5G will be continually improving and evolving. And on the network side, Verizon and AT&T tell us they'll begin deploying 5G trials in 2017. And these efforts will, of course, help inform the standards process by putting stakes in the ground. And the first commercial deployments they're talking about are expected in 2020. This timeline requires that we act to pave the path today. With the new rules that I am proposing in our Spectrum Frontiers order, we take our most significant step yet down the path to our 5G future. The big game changer is that 5G will use much higher frequency bands than previously thought viable for mobile broadband and other applications.
Much higher frequency bands. Like, dude, there's already a bunch of frequencies in the atmosphere, in the air already. Like, you already got AM, FM waves. You got, you know, whatever fuck is coming out of those planes. You got HARP, NextRad, Doppler, all these other things. You know, CERN and ITER could be just throwing wild frequencies up there. 4G's already up there. 3G's still lurking around. We have Wi-Fi surrounding us at all times in pretty much every building you walk into in America. And you want to throw 5G up there? Like, dude, like, we're not even going to be able to think our own thoughts, people. Something has to happen about this 5G. Someone has to take this to someone who can do fucking something with it. You know, I'm just a 24-year-old who fucking cooks. I can't do shit. But all together, if we step up, I take my thing back from yesterday. This is probably the most important fucking quote unquote conspiracy you could fucking look at. And it's not a conspiracy because you have, you know, mothers of children who are just completely against this goddamn whatever you call it. Fuck this shit, dude. I hate this guy. Let's see what else this thing has to say.
Such millimeter wave signals have physical properties that are both a limitation and a strength. They tend to travel best in narrow and straight lines, and they do not go through physical objects as well. This means that very narrow signals in an urban environment tend to bounce around buildings and other obstacles, making it difficult to connect to a moving point. But brilliant engineers have developed new antennas that can aim and amplify signals, coupled with sophisticated processing.
Really? So they can aim signals. They can literally target individuals. With this 5G, why do you think all the trees are burning down in California, people? 5G was up there first in America. Look that up. You know how many towers went up last year? I believe almost 100,000. If not, it was 50,000. It was a lot. It was a lot, people. Look it up. Look it the fuck up.
That allows a moving device to pick up all of the signals that are bouncing around and create one coherent connection. Now, to make this work, the 5G build out is going to be very infrastructure intensive, requiring massive deployment of small cells. But it also opens up unprecedented opportunities for frequency reuse in denser, more localized networks. The ability to use this high frequency spectrum opens much bigger chunks of spectrum.
Fuck this guy.
Current blocks of licensed low band spectrum.
Like, who wants to open up more blocks of spectrum? This sounds like you're opening portals, bro. It sounds like with this 5G tech, this could just be like having whatever happens at CERN with that collision and when they open quote unquote black holes, which we know are just portals to the other side, and they communicate with demons with the help of the D-Wave computer. We all know this. CERN has nothing to do with the Mandela effect. They want you to think they've done it because they want to take credit for something that God has shown us. But that's a whole different goddamn story. What I'm trying to get at here is that what they do at CERN, whatever frequency that creates, that particle does, and they can open a door for a split second to the other side. What if that's the same frequency they're going to be just throwing out here? Just me speculating, and with that happening, you could boom, there's something there. Boom, there's something there. Boom. Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm not like saying this is going to happen, but I'm also not saying this isn't going to happen. This is a possibility, and we cannot not look at this. Let's see. This is 2016, by the way, June 20th, 2016. Let's see what else this guy has to say. It's ridiculous.
Are usually 5 to 10 megahertz in width. With 5G, however, we're talking about blocks of spectrum that are at least 200 megahertz.
So you literally, that's going from what are they? What's the 4G and Wi-Fi on now? Not microwaves, macrowaves, or whatever the hell's below microwaves is what we're at now. And there's literally going to be microwaves going through the atmosphere, going through your skin, going through your kid's skin, going through your grandma's skin at all times. And this is they're gonna use this to usher in the vaccination agenda. Watch any movie, man. I Am Legend, Maze Runner, Divergent. It's all there. It's all there.
In width. And this will allow the networks to carry much more traffic per user. Gigabits of throughput in place of megabits of throughput. And the key point here is that by opening up these higher frequency bands, we're making available more licensed spectrum for mobile than in the cumulative history dating back to Reed Hunt that the FCC has heretofore made available. And we're not done. As part of our July 14 action, we also plan to ask for comments on opening up other high-frequency bands. And what we'll be considering on July 14th is not just licensed spectrum. Unlicensed will continue to play a critical role in future.
So he's literally just said to you said to y'all, said to me, said to everyone in this motherfucker that they're gonna use shit that ain't even licensed. So that's like saying like, all right, so let's say I need some work done at my house. Who am I gonna call? The licensed electrician or the unlicensed one? We're gonna have the licensed one and the unlicensed one working with these guys. So you got the shady one and you have the regular one. You know what I'm saying, people? It's just so in our face. Let's fast forward a little bit. I'm getting fucking tired, man.
Rules and tightened our shot clock for citing application reviews. America's local governments will play an important role in determining how we fulfill this national priority.
And yeah, they how they will fulfill. See, this thing is gonna happen. This thing is reality. Massachusetts, you can't go down the street without seeing 2 or 3. Go on a highway in Massachusetts, clock it. It's less than every half mile there's one. Don't matter which highway. Don't matter if it's a state highway or international or a national highway. 91, I-90, they're all up on there. Route 20, 32. Come on, people. Come on.
In addition, all these small cells need to be connected. So we'll need a lot more backhaul. That's a challenge that we're going to address through our proceeding on business data services, the kind of dedicated access that wireless providers need to connect cell towers and antennas to their networks. These backhaul networks, these backhaul connections can be as much as 30% of the cost of operating a wireless network. And with the additional sites required to support the use of millimeter wave spectrum, that percentage is likely to increase to as much as 50%. But in many areas, competition in the supply of backhaul remains limited, and that can translate into. But actually, I'm talking about the 1960s, because on July of a new spectrum frontier, working together, we can write this next chapter in the mobile revolution.
See, this guy literally sounds like George Bush at his like New World Order speech. What was that 91 or 92? The new spectrum order, whatever the fuck this guy just said. It's disgusting. It's all in your face. It's all Luciferian. Like I said, they need to use this 5G spectrum. Lucifer cannot be omnipresent, but with the 5G grid up around the entire world, you can. It's not omnipresent, but it's gonna. Everyone's gonna know. You know what I'm saying? Like they've read the Bible, they've read Revelations. They're gonna bring Revelations out in their own way. And then they're in for one fucking hell of a surprise because we're coming back, baby. That's just, that's just underdog story. That's why we're always built with the heart of champions, guys, because even though they're gonna bring out the book of Revelation their way, once that's all come and done, God's gonna come bring it out his way. And if we stay true to who we are, and if our heart stays pure and not pure, obviously we all got sin up inside of us, but if we, just don't get the mark, don't get the chip, don't get the vaccine, you're going to become a social outcast, but we already are anyway, so fuck them. I'm not letting these people win my soul over. I've already done enough bad shit in this life, and this is, how I try to, get back at that and, do the right thing. And, sharing this information, I feel is the right thing. I don't know if any of y'all in the chat, this is new news to any of y'all, but if it is, like, holy shit, man, like, this shit's real as fuck.
A revolution that has already transformed our lives.
Revolution. This guy's a fucking loser.
Together, we can unleash new waves of innovation and discovery that we have yet to imagine. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So this guy is just a complete total shill job. This guy's loving it. 5G is going to be awesome. It's going to be life-changing. These guys are nothing but frauds. They're shills. Exactly, dude. Total shill. And Cold Steel Truth is 100% right, and that's why he's my guy, bro. Mankind needs to come together, not in the way they want us to come together right now, not through the unity of transgenderism, not through the unity of 5G, not through the unity of uploading your soul, but through the unity of pureness, of heart, of soul, of consciousness, love, Through God, we can only, get all this done. But here, let me stop that for a second, and we'll add a new screen share up in here. Because you have this guy talking about 5G. We don't need to do any research. 5G is good. We're going to make money. And yet, and yet, and yet, and yet, and yet, we have Scientific American magazine, it looks like. This is October of 2019. Yes, it is. We have no reason to believe 5G is safe, coming from a science magazine, blog, observation, whatever the fuck this is. Even the mainstream science people, and that is one hell of a 5G tower, people. That has everything you could see on it on there, because I've been seeing these little guys pop up, these little guys, those little guys, and obviously the pillars, or whatever you want to call them. I call them the pillars because go watch the movie Transformers #3, and honestly #2, because they use our cell grid at the time to make the dude named the Fallen omnipresent. It's already predicted in the movies, ladies and gentlemen. And in the third one, they have to collect all of the pillars to transport their world to here. So, with all the radiation in the air, this could be exactly what they need. Maybe Chernobyl wasn't that fake after all. Maybe they conjured something very demonic and it just let out radiation. Maybe it's what they breathe. Pure speculation. I'm just an asshole 24-year-old kid with a laptop. Yeah. Yeah. They were ethical responsibilities for the public, peer review, blah blah blah. So these people, seem like they know what they're talking about. Then you have the scientists who are, promoting this, who are saying that we are fear mongering. We are not. We are not. Yeah, we saw that. Blah blah blah. We saw that. And check this out. Yeah. Why don't we give that a read? Citing this large body of research, more than 240 scientists who have published peer-reviewed research on the biological health effects of non-ionizing electromagnetic fields, EMF, signed in the International EMF Scientist Appeal, which calls for stronger exposure limits. The appeal makes the following assertions. Quote unquote, numerous recent scientific publications have shown that EMF affects living organisms at levels well below most international and national guidelines. Effects include increased cancer risk, cellular stress, increase in harmful free radicals, genetic damages, structural and functional changes of the reproductive system. That's awesome. Learning and memory deficits, which I feel we all have because I feel like a goddamn dumb shit most of the days. Neurological disorders and negative impacts on general well being in humans. No coincidence everyone has anxiety now. It's no coincidence everyone has depression. You see what I'm saying? It's all through the frequency of which you're exposed to. Exactly. Damage goes well beyond the human race, and there is growing evidence of harmful effects to both plant and animal life. End quote. But once again, Scientific American. No reason to believe 5G is safe, ladies and gentlemen. Published this year. That is so crazy. So, so, so crazy, if you ask me. But if you don't know what a 5G cell tower looks like, if you are new to the program, if you are retarded or something, this is 5G cell towers. They have them disguised. Yeah, I've seen those all around my neighborhood. See anything like this, dude? Yeah, like these. Yeah, man. Yep, 5G. 5G's everywhere. Yep. And there's many, many petitions to get them taken down near schools. Yeah. People are waking up to this, and I feel like we got to wake up quicker because it's already up, and all they have to do is hit the on switch. I don't know what they're waiting for. I don't know who they are waiting for, but we all know that Lucifer runs them, so that's probably a good guy to put in charge, I think. Just kidding. Oh my god. I'm so goddamn tired. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get on out of here, guys. I think this was a good little show on 5G. If you liked it, share it. And obviously like, share, and subscribe my channel, and everyone in the chat like, share, and subscribe each other's channel. It's about 8:30 now, so yeah, I'm getting out of here. You guys have a great night. God bless, and hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.